Bitcoin, technical analysis, and macroeconomic fundamentals. By the end of this stream, you'll have everything you need to know about Bitcoin before anyone else does. Guaranteed.
Now, are we pumping? I mean, we're not dumping, but as you can see here, we are just locked in to Nowheresville here. You know, some people call this a diamond, bear, a bull flag, whatever. It's just price action doing nothing. So we could make a triangle of neutrality here just so we can understand where price action is going. This is, you know, what happens when nothing happens. We just have price action banging its head up and down on support and resistance, trying to break out. One might argue that we have broken out. However, what I don't like about this is that these are just lower highs. Now, in a triangle of neutrality, we're going to see higher lows and lower highs, right? So it's just a battle of who breaks out. Generally, these are 50-50, what happens to them. And so it doesn't give any knowledge to the market where it's going to go. We just have to wait for that to pan out. Now, over on the ding dong and the daily chart, what a day yesterday. Look at that indecision. The market was like, yay, what? Was that I didn't, what did he say? What did he sign? Did he say Bitcoin or was it digital something? I wasn't sure. I don't know to be bullish or bearish. And I remember the Misco. Thank you, Misco, buddy. 5 for Friday. Always building the channel, Misco. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day. And good luck on your poker game, Misco. Thank you very much, Misco, buddy. Always building the channel. Thank you for the support here. Now, if we wanted to get bullish here on the daily chart, we could say that this is a cute little bull flag. And if you don't know what a bull flag looks like, that's what a bull flag looks like, basically. It's a bullish upward trend. And you take the pull, you slide it all to the breakout point. And then the breakout point would be our channel of eternal monotony's resistance. We have only thrown long hair, don't care wicks above here, but we haven't broken a candle or closed the candle above. So the point is moot. But this bear flag plays out to 117.6, which is that. Let's call it 118. The 118 is my big number. Now we'll look at this in the future, and I'll say, remember I was talking about 118 ad nauseum. This is like, to me, breaking through 118, not just hitting it and mincing words there for a while, but breaking through will make me more bullish on the 150. You know, with the inconsistency of the strategic Bitcoin reserve, which in my books was kind of like a Hail Mary for this bull run, Bitcoin-wise. Without that, I'm going to be keeping the peepers on 118. If we bust out of it, break through it, I'm going to be continued bull. If we hit our head about it like we're doing now at this 100 level, if 118 becomes that, I think we may steam out as far as faith and retail. FOMO comes in at 118, so to speak. Now, when it comes to retail markets coming in or not, I'm at a loss to find out what or whether they'll ever come back. Drew, what are your thoughts on retail in the bull market?
Bro, we got $7 trillion on the sidelines. Money market funds, they're ready. Okay, and I know where the concern is, right? But the main thing that I think about when it comes to that is what we saw in March of 2024 with all these vaporware AI adjacent altcoins doing 10x's, 20x's in, the course of a few weeks. And now we see kind of closer to actual AI projects, these AI agents stealing the show, sucking the air out of the room week over week with these 100% pumps, 30% pumps. I really feel like, highlighting the fact of how much money is in the money markets, but also the amount of millionaires that have been created out of the larger digital economy over the last, 5-10 years it's hard for the people that are kind of stuck in old ways of making money, for sure. And that's where kind of the recessionary pressures, cost of food's killing them. But people that are learning into new technology, especially all of these data scientists behind AI, they're crushing it, man. I mean, there is hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars within these retail hands. Not to mention FTX with their $16 billion money dump coming in. I think retail's here, man, and I think retail's going to speculate. It's about what they're going to speculate on, though, right? It's not that I think retail is going to push XRP to $1 trillion. Retail is
What?
probably going to be able to push.
It's
No,
not?
I mean, no, not in this cycle. I think
What about a
next
$10
cycle,
trillion market cap?
an aggregate for the bull market.
No, for XRP.
You talking?
XRP.
Oh God, no. I could see XRP if it does not leave the top 10 this cycle, which actually looks like it's going to hold the top 10. I could see a literal $1 trillion market cap for XRP in the next cycle after this one. And hold on to the edge of your seats, folks. Here's what happens. If XRP accomplishes a $1 trillion market cap by 2027, it's going to be a 3x. Okay, it's going to be a 3x. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge $10 a unit, right? So you only have to wait another 3 or 4 years to triple your money. And, maybe you'll outpace inflation at that rate. I don't know, potentially. But, what I see is, really this cycle is all about AI agents, RWAs, and Bitcoin. And then within the subcategories, the Solana and Base ecosystem is where you're likely going to find the biggest upside. And Base is where I'm finding the best upside for DeFi protocols and lending protocols, because I'm always looking for like the next Uniswap, things of that nature. And one of the picks on our channel was actually this. It's on Base. It's called Morpho. And it is the chosen golden child for this cycle for Coinbase to utilize to basically do instantaneous loans against your Bitcoin within the Coinbase interface, right? So I look for kind of the easiest path of least resistance for investors, because I know they're going to do it. I don't take loans out on my crypto, and I don't take loans out to get more crypto either. I hate loans. But I know that people out there do it. It's the Robert Kiyosaki mindset. I can't stop them, no matter how much I rant about how bad it is. And they're going to be taking loans out on their Bitcoin at the top of Bitcoin. And, there are some mechanisms within Morpho that lessen my worries about it being some kind of Celsius situation. But so that's the lending side. I see Morpho, Base really dominating that, and Base is utilizing Ethereum's carcass at rock bottom fees. That's why we don't see Ethereum's price moving. There is no gas transaction deflation going on with Ethereum's token itself. Its carcass is being used in the infrastructure of Ethereum by Coinbase and Base. Coinbase has captured Ethereum. So,
is it done?
Is
Ethereum done? Like I don't keep my finger on that pulse. But I read things that come up in front of my eyes. Is it done? What's your take?
I'd say it's going to probably 2x, maybe 3x in a hyper bull scenario. Now, really, Ethereum, the price action that we saw, like I got my Ethereum last cycle for $180, right? I don't think that we're going to see any move like we saw last cycle with Ethereum. I think what's done is done. It'll probably hit, $600 to $800 billion market cap, and its infrastructure and smart contracts are definitely, already in place as the DeFi landscape. But now with the advancement of technology and these layer 2s built on top of Ethereum, they can utilize that same infrastructure of security for very, very low fees. So, I do feel like there's general fundamentals on the chart of Ethereum that could definitely push it to the $6,000 to $8,000 price per token realm. But that doesn't get me excited as a crypto investor. And I'm trying to repeat what I did last cycle. And last cycle, Ethereum wasn't such a sure thing. Now we saw with the last cycle and how much control Ethereum did exert on the smart contract side. Ethereum's got the smart contracts, but it's the same thing about, like, think about this. When we, I think it was like 1850s, 17 to 1900s, we used whale oil to heat a large amount of homes, right? But then they realized that you could cheaply and quickly produce kerosene instead. So I feel like the kerosene comparison to whale oil, Ethereum's the whale oil, kerosene's these layer twos, and then the next advancement's going to be layer threes on top of it. It's just going to continue to advance that way. You just have to be focused. Ooh!
Trevor Diamond Hand OG, thank you for the 5 gifted pianomattyb memberships. Holy smokes, that's 10 for the morning. What an amazing
Airdrop.
Friday.
Love that, man.
Thank you for the support, Trevor. Much appreciated. I had a question when you said you had Ethereum at 180 at last bull run. Those massive run-ups from that bull run, you know, like the Ethereum, where did it go to? 4,000, something like that? High threes?
Dude, I dumped my Ethereum at $4,500 a unit. It was
That's crazy. So my question is, have we seen that in this bull run yet? Have we, like, I don't mean, you know, low cap gems getting 100x's. I mean, like, things adjacent to the Ethereums, the you know, maybe in the top 10, top 20. Have we seen their moves yet, or am I just incredibly impatient?
Well, I think it's a degree of both, right? Because so it's like Chainlink particularly is one that I think is going to be kind of a big part of this RWA and utility season, right? We saw XRP finally had sex and finally 3x'd from its 70 cents, and it's even more than 3x. I think it's right at around $3.5. Incredible, amazing to see. Chainlink, I did all my buys at originally at about $1.90 last bull. I held the bag all the way till now, and then I re-upped and kind of quadrupled 10x down on my Chainlink holdings when it was at $5 a unit. Now it's sitting here building support above $20 a unit. It's coming in at about $26 right now, but it's an American-made crypto project, and I think, you know, what I see for Chainlink is this integration with Swift. A lot of people don't understand how big of a partnership that Swift deal that Chainlink made is. For context, if Chainlink runs 1% of Swift transactions through their CCIP protocol, that action in and of itself is enough throughput and gas usage of the Chainlink token to bring the cost up to about $380 a unit at 1% of the throughput.
Well, see, that's a move that I would say harkens back to the 2020-21 bull run. But so is
Absolutely.
that I'm trying to get hella delusionally bullish here on a Friday morning about where this bull run's going. Are we at the base of the parabolic move, or is there chance that we've hit our head at the top?
Bro, I really don't think we've had our head at the top. I really feel strongly about that. I'm looking at, you know, on my trading screen, I you know, follow the 15-minute and the 30-minute because I definitely do high leverage trades. This looks like I don't want to say this looks like a very tistic head and shoulders to me. This looks like exchanges just choosing violence on us. And more recently, on the 30-minute, you can almost kind of see it on the chart that you have above my head there, but
The 4 hour.
this looks like a violent, weird head and shoulders to me. And this is, in my opinion, exchanges washing as many trades off the books as they can before we do make a move up to that 120 spot. Because I do agree with you, kind of in the shorter term, the next spot where we find that resistance or level is about $120,000. And in my opinion, that comes after we hit the actuality of the Bitcoin strategic reserve being talked about. And I know a lot of Bitcoiners are mad because crypto assets in general are being included in this, but we have to acknowledge something here, that the United States Treasury has been working with shitcoin like Constellation DAG and the Treasury doing test transactions for years. The U.S. Air Force has been doing this, and it's for data security. Like, Bitcoin in a store of value is incredible, but the technological advantages of cryptography and secure networks is something we need to realize at the very baseline of our ethos of why we're in cryptocurrency: for security, provability, and data function. The government has understood this for a very, very long time. And what we see right now with this aggravation between Bitcoiners and altcoiners, why are they including an altcoin crypto reserve, is a little aggravating to me, honestly, because I got into crypto for security and privacy to communicate with my fellow people during the COVID lockdowns when they were trying to shut down our freedom of speech. I got into crypto not for money. I got it into crypto so that we could communicate freely. And, you know, seeing these products, like the one that really has been kind of shining in my portfolio over just the last day is Constellation DAG, because it's not just American made, it's American focused. It's working with the United States government for years through this project Iron Spider. But you want to talk about like big moves that we've seen so far. Aerodrome, easy grab, 18 cents. It moved up to like $2 some odd cents a few times now. And I just keep refilling my bags at the current level at about $1. I feel fine buying more. Aerodrome, in my opinion, is going to make a move from $1 to the $20 to $30 level. And the reason for that I feel is because Coinbase's base chain is going to compete with Binance. Binance last cycle was where we could find those insane parabolic random altcoins that ran up in a big way. I think the user interface and what Coinbase is doing out of the American markets is where I'm likely to find those absolutely disgusting returns. So Aerodrome, Morpho is the lending protocol, and I got my Morpho at $1. It's at like $4 or something like that. So I've seen a 4x in the month. Not bad. You know, there's a lot of really great upside in Ondo. I was able to stack Ondo in the 30-cent range, and it's sitting here. People get aggravated because it fell from $2 down to $1. I bought more. I told people on a public platform, I'm buying more of this shitcoin right now. Everyone's ignoring this. And the reason why they ignore it is because we've been so battered down accepting or even imagining a realm where we could see a utility market, right? Where we could actually see real world assets represented on the blockchain. We are literally around the corner from this, and people are just down bad about whatever old school, you know, layer one project they have. We have Paul Atkins coming to lead the SEC. Paul Atkins was a lot of where Hester Peirce got her, you know, chops from. And everyone loves Hester Peirce. No one's understanding how bullish Paul Atkins is going to be for the RWA sector. When he takes his spot as the SEC chair, these RWA projects are going to go ballistic. And so this is where I feel a lot of you know, really good movements coming from. And with that, there's going to be a lot of long lost, forgotten projects of yesteryear that, you know, indeed are vaporware, but they pumped for people. So people got addicted to them. They got married to them. They're like, man, if I could only just recapture that all-time high that I didn't sell the top at, I could win it big. And that's where people are going to get their feelings hurt, man. Like, you have to flow with where the narratives and the actual use cases are changing to. And also, I YOLO'd into Trump coin the night that it came out. The moment that I saw that Trump still had control of his account and that meme coin contract address was still on his profile, I YOLO'd in. It went great. 10x. Oh, you know, like overnight. Like, I'm still feeling fine. Like, it's great. $6 to $40 or whatever it was. I woke up at one point, it was $77. You know, like, so you can make the money, but you have to be risk averse. You have to be ready for risk. And I think that overall this market, my target for the aggregate crypto market is still the target of $8 to $12 trillion in total, right? And I still feel Bitcoin's going to be approaching that $5 trillion market cap. I definitely still feel it in my heart. Maybe we don't break above 200 because that's going to be very, very psychological to break above $200,000. And I also feel like the United States is only going to talk about holding their crypto and then building a plan for the Treasury to buy, not actively buying this year. So it'll cause some other nation states to FOMO in, but the U.S. isn't going to buy the top. They're going to roll out the parameters for the allowance to purchase it in general this year, and then they're going to buy in 2026 and 2027 after it pulls back.
There's been a lot of talk. I think Trump signed an executive order about no possible CBDC. Now, of course, being the deep, dark, soulless We'll get right back. Remember, deep, dark, and soulless, so I don't forget. Scotty Mo, Boca Raton, and Florida. Hope it's not snowing where you are. Thank you for the 5 gifted Matty B super chats. That's 15 for this Friday morning.
Russian.
Oh, I'm stuck in this now. Thank you very much, Scotty Mo. 5 more gifted memberships. Thank you very, very much. Thanks for the support.
Yeah.
Now, deep, dark, soulless, right? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Is it possible? Now, you tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just getting rebranded? Because CBDC had such a bad name. And people hear it now. Even normies hear it. And so 10% of the population of normies will know what a CBDC is. And the 10% that do are like, I don't like it. I don't like CBDCs. Is it possible that the psychopathic elected elites are rebranding CBDC right in front of our eyes? We just haven't picked it up yet. And if so,
man. I mean,
what would it be?
it's USDC. That's what it is. It's Circle, bro. Like, we've known this. They're connected to the World Economic Forum. They've had the plan in the background. And, the interesting thing to think about is the battle between USDC and USDT. But, yeah, I mean, at large, it's going to be USDC. I see USD or XRP in the chat. The thing in XRP is a stable coin. No, it's not. It's a failed. It was originally designed to try to be that. No, it's not going to be XRP. Like, it's probably, in my opinion, going to be USDC. And, I saw another concern about Morpho being something like what we see with Thor and Rune Chain. And it is important to note that on Thor and the whole debacle going on with Thor right now is it's an added piece of the infrastructure to the Thor rune chain that they're having to shut down, not the entire chain, right? So you can still do the swaps on Thor rune, but there are things that go wrong, and this is normal for me to see when we're trying to develop, new technology, that you run in, you break some eggs. I see that there's no USDT in Canada.
I didn't know that, actually.
Canada they hate freedom up there. You know what I mean? They hate freedom. But, no, I'm just kidding. No, USDT and USDC are definitely in a battle right now. And, Tether's market cap is much higher. Well, I saw that the upswing. Let me see if their actual market cap. Yeah. So the market cap for Tether is at $138 billion, while USDC has fallen down the ranks pretty aggressively. It's at $52 billion market cap. And Tether is not the one that depegged, right? We didn't see the level of depegging with Tether that we did see with USDC. And USDC, that happened because it had a large amount, like billions of dollars, was being held by a bank that went insolvent down in California. And overnight, the price went down to, I think I saw it at 86 cents at a time in that, depegging. So we are absorbing some of the sickness of the traditional financial system with this. My favorite I have no favorite
CBDC,
but my favorite stable coin, or where to house value in, is weapons and real estate, right? And vehicles. I like changing out, and Bitcoin, of course. But what I'm swapping all of my chaotic plays into, and I'm going to be completely out of my crypto holdings and back into Bitcoin, real estate, guns, and vehicles. I rinse and repeat the cycles over and over again to gain more Satoshis. I do it in a risky way. I acknowledge that. But, I've done it pretty damn effectively over the course of a few cycles. So I'm going to continue to do so because it's all I know how to do, is to buy at the lows in the bear market, sell at the highs. And with how interest rates are going right now, there's probably going to be a little bit of a haircut on real estate that I can take advantage of and be a cash buyer once again. And I do still hold a mortgage from the 2% rate range, and I don't feel like that's free money, basically. So I think I'm going to leave that mortgage alone and just go capture another piece of real estate with the value, and then more Bitcoin, right? That's the whole goal here.
I wanted to get the chat's take on all-time high predictions. So if you have an all-time high prediction, put it in the comment section and we'll critique it as it comes up. That was Duke that just came down. He wanted to sing a song. We don't have 100 likes though. That's the new barometer of Duke's musical prowess.
Good.
Beware.
Good.
I've been warning people about real estate up in Canada anyway, because I feel like there's going to be a push. Well, maybe not. Because we're kind of late to the game. If Trump changes everything and the new green scam goes away, maybe home ownership will be better. But it's always been my prediction that they're going to make it unattractive to own a home through extorted taxes, like property taxes. You got to change your roof to make it green, and it's going to cost $80,000, and people will just be like, well, I don't want to own this house anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I really, I moved to Marjorie Taylor Greene's district in Northwest Georgia. We're a bunch of hillbillies. Like, our property taxes are very low. I see people asking why I'm wearing sunglasses inside. This is actually my microphone. This is much more effective to use as a microphone as well.
Wait a
I got
second.
AI
Come
in
on.
my glasses too.
That's
I
your
do.
microphone?
What? Yes, it is. I'm talking
That's
to you through my
awesome.
sunglasses. Yeah,
How
and
do you
it's
get
also a body
sunglasses
cam.
like that?
These are Meta AI glasses, and then my colleague Isaac, he's picking up some new brand of, some other AI agent inside those glasses that actually has an in-visual interface. So, but these things are awesome for a body cam too, especially for like road rage situations or something like that. You just got a little button, you click them on. We have a right to film in public spaces, as long as you're not invading privacy here in Georgia. So literally, I can film, all over the damn place with these things. But they make for great moments with the kids too, because usually I'm handling the kids and helping them do whatever, playing football or whatever. I can click the button, capture the moment, send it to grandma. I'm in the clear. Right. So, I actually really love these things. And it's helping my workflow using AI to help me make more content and verify information. But I will say I argued with an AI agent on a space over the last week, and I caught it on a few things that it got wrong. Right. It didn't highlight or know about the depegging at the I think it was Silicon Valley Bank with USDC, and it also didn't highlight the correct transactional test that had just happened to Solana with nearly 1 million wallets being created over the course of 48 hours. So it's not infallible. We still have to do our human homework, and we still definitely have an edge when it comes to creating and concocting ideas that read between the lines. They used to call them conspiracy theories. Now they're just critical thinking. And I think that we have a little bit of an advantage when it comes to that. But AI is really good for on-chain data analytics, pulling in, information for where money's flowing to and from. And I really think that anyone that's trying to ignore AI, please don't, because there's probably going to be more AI agents than humans on planet Earth within the next 2 to 3 years. I'm telling you right now, we're going to see billions of AI agents coming into the world in the next few years. So I see Pew Pew Cruise not thinking there's no way we get to, 220?
I've seen
Not
as high as
coming
250.
close.
250
Yep.
I saw as high, and I think Carl Elder had 120. 120 to 250. Where are you sitting?
My general targets from where we are stumbling right now, I'm looking in between 175 to about 225. If we could go above and beyond that, that would mean that nation states are buying and telling everyone that they're buying and outwardly building these reserves. We're talking about Russia or China starting that kind of arms race on the Bitcoin stacking side. But my general targets as of right now, from where we're currently stumbling, when I overlay it to previous markets, I'm looking more in that 175 to 225 realm. If we go to 250, great. I'm time-based anyways, though, so I'm going to start unwinding my holdings around the end of summer of this year, and then slowly stack out of them. Instead of stacking in, I'm stacking out in 10%, 15% clips per month, and be completely out of the market by December of 2025. So that's kind of my dream. And, honestly, it's if you get stuck to a specific price, like the range that I have of where I think I'm going, I'll probably miss out on stuff. It's more about time. You have to try to time the market correctly. And I do think that we have a general 4-year cycle system still in place right now, but all bets are off. In 2027, when we clearly understand that the United States is buying Bitcoin, they're going to break the cycle theory.
Mm-hmm.
So I do believe that.
Now, are they going to with this very bizarre worded digital asset? Is it a stockpile anymore? It's just it was so vague. Is that just a way to basically, give the baby the bottle, and the baby being, Bitcoiners and whatnot? Well, you said you were going to do this, and it's just this very vague outline of something. Or is it just the beginning? Because this is how bureaucracy works. It's slow and painful.
Well, I think part of that is also Trump is very American business oriented. So what we see here is a larger conversation about taxes and tax implications, potentially actually rolling back and being very, very incentivized for American-based blockchain projects, but also the highlight that he wants to control the hash power of Bitcoin in and of itself. So with this, you're going to see trillions of dollars come into data centers and power production, probably a bunch of nuclear power plants coming up, probably a bunch of them that are still existing coming back online. But also we're going to see American-focused projects. This means Chainlink. This means Ondo. This means a slew of different American-made projects. Even Solana, made out of San Francisco, are going to find a top spot on the podium when it comes to American interest and a massive inflow coming into them, because the United States wants this innovation to be brought back to America. They want to highlight the projects that are here. They want to bring the spotlight onto American crypto projects. So with this, I think that we're kind of underselling these altcoins in the strategic reserve, including crypto assets. Don't get too scared. It is a highlight to American innovation and trying to bring back what I've been calling for a year and a half now, the new deal in America. This is AI infrastructure. This is crypto innovation. So if you're here, you're buying your crypto projects early and you're front-running nation states, everything's just going to be fine. You have to disconnect from the charts day to day. It's going to get very, very volatile over the next year. So lock in and make sure to take your profits and hit your life-changing goals.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share